Welcome to this talk on the return on investment on upskilling and training. My name is Jeev Sahoo, Sahoo like Yahoo, if you want to remember me. I'm going to talk about a story. Let me start with something personal. And I have a feeling that you're going to remember there is this guy who got something to this business talk. I hope you did not expect that. Let me show you. These are a pair of shoes, and this belongs to one of my marathon training. Now, I was running Edinburgh Marathon. Someone was running in front of me. She was amazing. I thought I'm really lacking. I haven't trained well. I'm going to fail. I was really tired. I thought there are better ways to die. And this person, she finished, and I saw an ambulance after because she crashed. One of the things these shoes remind me is, when do you train? Is it when there is a crisis? Is it when you just have time, downtime? Is it when somebody wants you to? Your doctor said it. And that is what is happening in our small businesses. We do training when there is compliance needed, health and safety, safeguarding, and so forth. Somebody has to do it. We do training when a client has asked us to do training. Or I have no other job to give to my team member, downtime, and sometimes the team member trains and perhaps joins a competitor, isn't it? And the last one is when people do training and they say to the employee, you go and do training. Well, they will, and then they will leave you. So, are we really small businesses? Think about it. Small businesses in the UK employ 17 million people, 16.6, 60%. Small businesses generate 2.8 trillion turnover, 52%. So as a group, we are not really small. That means we have the problems of a big business and the money of a small business, which means training goes down. But there is something else. What are these? 62, 37, 37. PricewaterhouseCoopers has done this survey. 62% of business employees have said that they need some help in the pace of change that is happening these days. Things are changing every month. 37% of them have asked for training, and they say that they are really going to benefit out of this training. And here's the interesting thing, 37% of business owners have said they would rather train somebody of their own than hire somebody new. You see how it is matching up. There is a need. I know big businesses have better budget and small businesses say you go and do it yourself. But here is the medium place where we are going to do a change. I'll send the slides so that you can read it later, but we are dealing with one of the fastest routes to profit. This is an amazing way to create sustainable profit. Like when you are trying to train for a marathon, for a health issue, you don't wait for your doctor to say, if you don't do this, something really bad will happen. You are going to do training not in downtime, not in crisis, not when it is just compliance, not just telling to the employee saying, go and do it yourself. You are going to do training beforehand as an investment, as a preparation, as a sustainable way to make yourself future-proof. And there is nothing that can actually stop you if you invest in the right time. There is a way for it, and it is really important to do this training beforehand. What about the cost? SMEs keep coming back with cost, right? Training costs not just money, but even downtime, because somebody has to get out of the business. Everybody is doing training. Who is doing the business? What if they leave? In fact, in the audience here, we know people, they trained someone and then they left. Of course, there are legal ways to prevent it, but it has been found The true kind of employees, they stay loyal when you train them. Customer happiness increases when employee happiness increases. If your employee is happy, your customer is happier. That is something that has been proven. And if that employee is leaving, probably they were not good for your team anyway. Now, are we in a blind spot? Are we already paying for this lack of training? Are we trying to do something that is going to destroy us anyway? Now, many people don't realize that we are already paying the price of not training somebody. Mistakes keep happening. There are so many companies, we go outsource, we pay once, but the person has done a mistake and we pay twice. You pay less, you pay twice or even more. Missed turnover, missed growth, missed innovation, and no return on investment. And this is why people are constantly checking, what is the benefit of training? Is it not a waste of time or is it an investment? So internally, without doing training, we have already started paying for it. Like by not training for my health, I'm already going towards probably a cardiac arrest if I don't take care of my health. That means if you don't take care of this beforehand in your small business, something else is coming and we better get ready for that. I hope we are not like this guy. 63 billion per year is lost due to digital skills gap alone in the UK alone. And for every employee you are replacing, 25 grand. It is more costlier to replace somebody than to train somebody in-house. And if you do it a few more times, it can easily lead to downfall. And this is where what people do is they stop hiring new people. They start thinking, oh, where can I cut cost? And those are like, okay, I'm going to have a Diet Coke, but with a pizza. You're reducing something in one of them, but you're increasing something in something else. And that's not helping sustainably. On average, per small business, per employee, people are spending about 1700 quid. And this has come down from around 2100 about 5 years ago. But people are asking for more training. What happens after that? You start closing this gap. For every £1 spent on well-targeted training, say this is important, right? When I'm preparing for my health, I just don't go for a walk. I train with a target, with a specific focus. With well-targeted training, for every £1, you get £4 back, 300%. And we have data around it. Now, what is return on investment? Very simply, and this is not financial advice, you look at benefits, you look at the cost, divided by the cost, multiplied by 100. Where people go wrong is they're misunderstanding the cost aspect of it. They are misunderstanding the benefits aspect of it. So my goal here would be to share what are the benefit lines. You can measure within a period of 90 days, 180 days, 365 days. What was the sales before? What is the sales after? And there are ways to actually attribute this. How much of it was because it was training and how much of it was just because the weather changed? Absenteeism and presenteeism, measurable before and after. How much are they engaged? There are amazing tools available. There are amazing automations available. Churn, how many of your customers are still staying or moving away? Measurable before and after. One of the things here is look at your Google reviews before training and after training. Happier employees means happier customers. It leads to great culture. It leads to great innovation that can be quantified. When you train your people, you're not just filling gaps. You're growing your sales, you're reducing absence, you're keeping the best person in the team, and you're future-proofing your business. So think about it that way. You need help in quantifying any of this, we are here to help. Now let's look at the cost lines. Training costs. Now we have in the audience people who are funding this training, especially local governments. Up to 90% is being funded for small businesses. Where is the excuse? things which are like 5 grand is less than 500 quid these days. And if you're an individual, you can get 100% funding. Fixed fee annual cost option so that you don't shop around. Instead of saying, oh, this is 250 here and 500 there, there's an annual fee option available that you can actually see. Low cost, no cost. Many of these training are really low cost, no cost. Now here comes the direct and indirect cost. If one of you is going on a training, I lose my business. But there are options available after 6 p.m. on a Friday. Many times people have asked me, I can't leave this person from Monday to Friday. Can you do it on 5 Fridays instead? Answer is yes. We can do it on 5 Friday afternoons so that your business goes on, your team goes on, and your indirect cost for that absence is not there. Many cases, clients are ready to sponsor this training. Why? They get better results. You get a better person doing this. Client says, I'll take 50% of their training. Have you asked your client? In fact, you can bill it later. You can continue it in the invoice. There are many ways to manage this. Don't pay less because you will not just pay twice, sometimes even more. Training is again looking at something you avoid today, but you're paying for it in future. Let's look at some real examples. Publicis Sapient, 20% increase in measured productivity. Amazing consulting firm. IDC, annual revenue gain of 22.5 million, 7% reduction in employee attrition, 300,000 saved in recruitment costs. Recruitment costs really go high when there is lack of training. On average, 1 million savings in hiring cost per year per organization. Now, people might say, this is consulting, this is software, blah, blah, blah. Garment manufacturing, they had additional training, 250% return on investment in 8 months. Microsoft, through Forrester, between 132 to 353% over 3 years. Increase of net revenue, reduction in operation cost of 20%, and here's my favorite, 25% faster onboarding. If a new person comes to your team, you can onboard them very quickly so that you get on with business rather than spending time. Many people say, I don't have time to handhold this new person. Do this. And if you need the data, I have all the reports to share once you finish this talk. So coming back, look at the benefits, look at the cost, divided by the cost, multiplied by 100. If you have any issues, any of them, contact me because I'll quantify them for you. It's a shift in perspective. It's not a cost, it's capital. It's an investment that we're doing. So upskilling is not just for learning. When you do this, you are multiplying talent without multiplying headcount and cost. Seriously, it's training is not about reading slides about swimming. It's about swimming. Somebody who can read slides about swimming can't save you in the water. So, how do we do it? Look for goals and gaps, identify these things, look for relevance. Many times, team members have told me, my manager gave me a training task which is not relevant to my task. Look for it. It should be relevant so that you can connect it to return on investment. It has to be operational in the team. Training doesn't mean I assigned a training and I wait for them to do it. Make it real in the team and create a culture of training. You train yourself as well. In fact, I know many small business entrepreneurs who are spending every week some time in upskilling themselves first. The founder has to upskill themselves. So you can scan this, I'll put this later as well. You can get a score for what your goals are and what your current skills are and what's the gap. Can you quantify it? There are many ways to do it. It's very easy. Link it directly to some outcomes. That makes it relevant. If I am going to do something which is applicable so that you make a real project out of it, link it to productivity, retention, turnover. There are many experts in the audience who can actually quantify this for you. And that directly contributes to your revenue growth and hence return on investment. Many times when people are doing work from home, are they really engaged? Or are they already working on their next project? Think about the engagement. Think about presentism and absenteeism. Okay, and that connects over there. Really, really operationalize it because we need capability in motion. It's not just a new thing that we need to do. Connect it to a live goal. They can actually see, I did this training, I can create this dashboard, I can measure this, maybe put it on a board so that you can track it, operationalize it, apply this, embed this, and assign real business challenges. People don't do training because they're not being engaged. If you have provided them, let's say, a data analytics project and they are not a numerical person, they're a creative person, they're not getting engaged. Well, you can bring experts like us, but you know your team members better and you know yourself better. So integrate this to different KPIs, track them, encourage micro learning. I know a recruitment firm, in fact, they are present in the audience here. They train their team members every Wednesday on full stack web development, even though they're not developers, they're recruiters. But the team actually does micro learning so that they can actually align what they're learning with their culture. So a winning culture is where learning never feels like an event. It's like an ongoing thing. If you ask any marathon runner, when do you run? Answer is whenever. It's not that I have to do this because of compliance. I have to do this because my doctor told me. I have to do this because you do it because you make it fun. You create internal learning champions. You create departments. People say, you know what, I learned this. Celebrate these small kind of learning, celebrate these success stories, quick wins. And whenever somebody is going for training, encourage them with psychological safety. People should not think that if I go on this training, my manager is going to come back with twice the task after 12 o'clock. I did this training, now I have piled up with this kind of emails and so forth. Encourage that. And one of the ways to do that is do it yourself. If you do it yourself, you are going to really, really create this culture of innovation. So don't react, prepare, pivot. There are many ways to save costs. One of the ways is to take government funding. If you don't know, contact us. You just contact your local council, by the way. There are so many ways you can take government funding as a small business. You'll be surprised. And this fund is going to get used up, so the time is limited. In fact, yeah, we do have zero fee hiring. Up to 90% fees are paid. And yes, it's not a scam. Someone else pays. The council, the government, the taxpayer. So I would leave you with this. You got to skill up to scale up. Now, before you go back to the list of tasks on your inbox, think of one or two things that you can change now. How will it change? You guys are, as a combined, you're a humongous strength as small businesses. We can make a big impact when we start skilling up. If you need help, we are here. I'm here to answer questions, and the best kind of questions I like are the ones I don't know the answer to, because we'll find it together. So this is one of the tools that I'll leave you with to estimate your team's return on investment. It's very easy. We are there to guide you. I'm here to answer any questions. Remember, skill up, scale up, step it up. Thank you for listening.
Mind the skills to scale gap at step8up.co.uk/score. Join us today